I think in the same way with Bank, you won't see too much being changed because for a lot of people, they're like, map changes means a massive change in how the map is played. No, it's still the fundamental map. It's more quality of life tweaks. Now, here comes the push in, by the way. Secret are in, and there is no one having any kind of response. Finally gets shut down by Thunder. Lots of jokes to come today about his name, I'm sure. Sleben finding 2 back on the other side. So they do still retain control of the site. And for Durza and the other heroic members, they need to find a response here because Secret have got control of sites. They've got control of shields. They have snuck in basically completely unawares, and we're only 80 seconds
in. One thing that Heroic have got going for them at the minute is that the diffuser's down cold. That's going to need collecting, but Secret going very well. Keenan finding the kill onto Blaz. 4 versus 2 now. It looks like Heroic are just going to make an attempt to potentially play from underneath, but I'm not sure how much joy they're going to have with it now being 4 versus 2. Thunder taking some damage as well, but Durza manages to find one from underneath. It could be the answer, but now that Secret are aware of his location, it's likely to mean trouble. We hear the Nitro with no success, and Durza doesn't have an option but to move back upstairs. Gets cut off on the Cool Vibe stairs and will find himself heading to an early round end. Early deaths at this point. Durza just holding an angle from 90 Corridor, and 90 Corridor at this point does feel like it's going to be a little bit of a last stand for Heroic, but it's maybe going to be a little bit too little too late as Sleben finds Chaoxis. That opens up the AP. Okay. VIP rather, and that's going to leave a real struggle for Heroic here as Secret are just mounting the pressure. They are absolutely surrounding Voy inside of sight. They've got the option now to keep him just wedged back inside a theatre. He's trying to use those vertical angles against them. It will be successful as he pulls out the pistol, gets one. Interesting use of the Vulcan shield, but it's not going to be successful as that final kill comes in, and that's Team Secret taking the second round on attack, and they are looking hot on coastline right now. There as Gomfi just continues to hold on to that angle. He's going to wait for Chaoxis to make a move, but Chaoxis is very unlikely to at this point. There's absolutely no reason for him to start shifting around. Kendra picks up a kill onto Durza. That's going to be a headshot onto the Vigil, and that is a big moment for Team Secret potentially with that lack of predictability about what that operator's going to do. But yet again, in this round, Heroic managed to find themselves an advantage. 2 versus 1 now as Blaz finds a headshot onto Kendra.
Blaz getting the second.
He's going to have to find these kills. He's got a little bit of time still on his side, 32 seconds. Not sure if he's aware of the man playing hard left. He certainly is. He gets one. Can he make this? Now then, takes an awful lot of damage. Blaz remains on full health, finds the kill as he peeks out. Headshot onto Packbull on the Cool Vibe stairs, and that's going to be Heroic taking their first round, and they need to use that as momentum now to power them into this game. Through security. Damage onto Packbull there as he tries to open up those vertical angles and apply pressure to the defenders inside. A Sunrise. Keenan once again getting aggressive. Out goes the E1D scan, and down comes that diffuser in exactly the point that we were talking about, and it looks like he's going to be successful. He does stick it and gets away with his life, even though he was breathing in lungfuls of that Toxic Babe canister. The kills, they start to rain in as Heroic react to this plant going down. They are on the back foot now as they need to find themselves a retake. Shut down. Durza trying to peek onto the aquarium balcony, gets absolutely nowhere, and it's 3 versus 2 now. And Heroic, they've got a job to do.
Trying to long arm it here as well. Thank you very much, Medic. Thank you very much. Try and push him from one on the vertical. No, they won't stick it out. In he comes Keenan from office. Blaz trades one back. Needs to find himself 2 more. The knife into the kill off the back of it, but he's got to stick this defuse. Packbull, you can't mess it up. You can't mess it up. Surely you can't mess it up, my buddy. No! He lets it go, and Heroic get the defuse off. Packbull. A little bit of slip of presence in the mine there, I think. Loses them the round as well, so that's a bit of a stinker. But how much damage can he really do? Finds one back. Sleben the one now being dropped down. He's got a bit of fire support coming in from the teammate as well. Clearly, this team not wanting to give up control of this area. The problem is Secret are stepping in for 1 versus 1 after 1 versus 1. Keenan's the next challenger. Will he win this one? No, he won't. Durza has had 4 1v1s and won every single one. You've got
with that beautiful headshot onto Sleben just inside of the shower room, able to take him down, and from there he was just fed and fed and fed, and ultimately it's Durza to pick up the final, and that is the second ace that we've seen tonight, Des. It's been been a bit of a big night for them.
It's been a long time since we've seen those two paired together.
It really is. As you say, you know, we do see Finker quite regularly, but we're going to see Finker planting here as Kendrew gets in and starts to put that diffuser down, but he's going to have to dip away as he takes an awful lot of damage. Gomfi manages to find one onto Thunder, who continues to be quiet so far. Botch just improving his HP ever so slightly, but I tell you what, Blaz is having absolutely none of it. Doesn't matter how many HP Kendrew's got to his name, he manages to find the kill, and that leaves us now 4 versus 2, and Heroic from almost nowhere in the first 2 rounds, they're heading for a 4-2 half.
It's amazing swing back, isn't it, right? And a 1 versus 4 for Gomfi. Sorry, but don't quite see this one being clutched out by him. There's still an opportunity. There is still 60 seconds to play. And that's what I love about these two teams. Every single round back and forth has been lightning quick. Inside, 90 seconds, you know there's 1 trap on the map. You know there's 4 others that you need to be trying to deal with. So I like at the very least that it's going to, cause Heroic to have to drone something once or twice, or have to check every doorway they push their way in through. Here they go inside of Aqua, very much on a secret S push. They're just going to steamroll their way into sight, and Thunder gets hit by 1. They're going straight in for a fast plant here, Ace.
And they're going to get shut down just as fast as Kendrew hits Thunder with the Nitro, and his wars continue here.
At the 90-second mark, these rounds are so quick because the teams are so keen to try and catch each other off guard without much prep, which is what makes me nervous. That was the last smoke canister, so now they've got to go for the push. Patbull finding one back, steps out for the other, will connect onto Blaz. It's basically Durza in a 1 versus 2, but Patbull comes back out with the shotgun and gets the connect. Secret takes the seconds that descends into absolute chaos. What I am nervous about is Keenan. He was the one who hit that wicked shot not too long ago, and he's been ignored out towards the west side. He's free to move wherever he wants. It's Kendrew on the top floor. Oh my God, man. Get himself out the window and finds one. Finally gets himself shut down by Chaoxis. But Chaoxis and Void have got not a lot between them. Very little health on Void, but he will find the kill regardless. It's all down to Keenan. Sees the man of the window, gets the injury, but now he's down to about 5 HP. It's basically a 1 versus 1. Chaoxis has got to find his man. Walks into a cap can trap. We spoke about the Mace. That could be the difference maker.
It could. It's made that gunfight much more winnable for Keenan now, who is on low health himself. And Chaoxis, he's going to have to do something. He looks to try and put the diffuser down. He could just be trying to bait the challenge out here, but there you go. I wasn't too sure how keen Keenan was to go in and take that challenge given his low health, but he sees the angle, he sees what's coming, he waits for the moment that the scan stops and he steps out and he takes his shot knowing that the man has likely pushed in behind that scan shut down, and we've got another down and out as Kendrew finds the kill onto Durza, leaving us now 4 versus 2 as Blaz starts to fight back, but you just get the feeling that it's going to be too little too late here from Heroic.
I mean, don't count Blaz out. You know what he can be like when he can hit shots like that as well. Down to a 3 versus 2. It's him and Thunder, so if you really want to hear full flashed out, but I think Thunder in the process flashed himself 2 steps around for the fight, gets the down, and will be able to convert the kill, but Blaz gets pokeballed. It's a 1 versus 2 for Thunder, and as they say, lightning doesn't strike twice.
Thunder is on about half health as well, moves through the Banshee, being restricted there, has the diffuser and the option to put it down, will try to do so. Patbull and Gomfi, plenty of health left, and probably aren't really going to mind this diffuser being successfully planted. They'll just take the challenge afterwards. There you go, Gomfi on the retake, moves in, gets the kill, and will be able to disable the diffuser with plenty of time left. The numbers pay, getting that diffuser down on the ground and closing this one out.
It should be, the 5 versus 2. There's no excuse to be throwing this one away. Gomfi on the swing, misses his man and dies anyway. Durza collecting that kill, and Sleben with a slither of HP. Not going to be able to do anything. Heroic out of nowhere with a flawless round. They know that this is going to be an angle, so they need to be adapting to this and being aware of what's coming next.
And here comes the rush. Durza moving into sight. We've got support with him as well as Thunder starts to get that diffuser down. Patbull finds the first, but Blaz answers back. 3 versus 3. Sleben stuck inside a VIP and shut down by that man Blaz once again. Thunder finds a kill, goes to get the diffuser down. Gomfi, he is the last hope for Team Secret here, and it's going to have to be a retake. 1 versus 2. He needs to find these kills, and he's not going to, as Chaoxis on that main door shoots him in the back, shuts him down, and closes things out for Heroic, who once again find themselves back in the lead and now have an opportunity to close this out for the 3 points that they so desperately need here in EUL stage 3. They've got on the map possession. They're not really being disrupted at all now. Heroic seem to have stalled out. You can almost feel the sort of lack of ideas from them on this one. They've just got to a point where they just don't really know how and where to push onto this secret side. 15 seconds left to go. The EE1D scan will not support any further push from Heroic, really. Voy tries to step in, but Packbull's got his number, shuts him down. Durza finds one, but surely it's too little too late. Kendrew, Packbull close it out, and we are going to overtime.
Choose the round as well. He gets picked off early. It removes that big element of their attack they were looking for, and already all gooning up on this doorway. They're going to go for a rush ace.
Certainly looks that way. In goes the Candela, but they've got to rush deeper, Des. You've got to remember the boundaries of this site have changed now, and you've got to go deeper in to get the diffuser down, and as they do so, all they find is a hail of bullets. Gomfi, Kendrew, Sleben finding kills. Secret 4 versus 2 right now, and what an advantage.
They've got to go big, and this is the round to do it. But something just tells me it's quite simply not going to happen. There's nothing really on the side of the defenders here to use as utility to keep him at base. It will come down to gunfights. The swing comes through. Kendrew misses his shots. Chaos is still on full HP, but there's 10 seconds still to go here. And something tells me this one is not going to get over the finish line.
Chaos is there choosing to maybe take the time to try and just refocus the team. He's not going to get those final kills. I don't know if it was maybe just trying to catch Secret by surprise, bust in with 2 seconds left to go and just catch them sitting on the hands. I don't know exactly what the thought process for Chaos is.
Blind spray, I imagine, onto the default plant spot when it comes through.
Sleben gets Thunder to open things up. We've got one Toxic Babe canister that has been deployed, but once that dissipates, there will be no further, because it is the smoke, of course, that lost his life in that first battle. Gomfi looking to take on a Rooney, but it's actually going to be the Vigil that loses his life to Sleben. Gomfi comes back for more and gets exactly what he's looking for with a kill onto Voy. Blaz gets one, traded immediately by Packbull, and this has become a slippery slope for Heroic here, and they are on a slide to oblivion. A Secret